my name is Diego from the Hit Music Studio, and in this video I would like to get you guys to be able to play the chords of the song Thriller. And this is one of my favorite songs of all time and a great one for Halloween. And I also think it's a really good example of how to play chords, how to use voicings, and how to really construct something very, very cool. From one of my favorites arrangers, Quincy Jones, I think this song in itself is just so well put together. And of course, it was a huge hit in the moment that it was made, and I think still to this day remains a really cool song to learn how to play. And I will encourage you that if you like music production and that you would like one day to have the path of, I guess, a singer, songwriter, make your own music, learn songs and almost take them apart and see what they're made out of. So I make these videos to help my students here in South Florida to learn some music like this one. So hopefully you can benefit as well. So let's go there to a close-up. I'm not going to go note per note of the whole thing. Hopefully you can use the beginning, what I just played there, to have an idea. I'll give you some tips into how to practice. The chords are very, very cool. At the beginning, you're playing C sharps. The song has a pedal on C sharp, so you're doing a lot of C sharps on the left hand. If you're a little bit younger, maybe try to play just one note instead of two. And one thing that I like about that beginning is how the notes keep on changing from D sharp and B. Now, one thing that I was doing at the beginning is I am using a sustain pedal. So I'm using a sustain pedal so it doesn't sound like this. It sounds like this. Which I think you need in almost to blend it a little better. So next set. And then so on. When you play the next chords, one of the things that I see with my students a lot is they get confused about the notes. So this, if I do it slowly. And then we play that again. Now, in the version that I made here, I just cut out the intro that when it gets to this chord, it's actually, I think it's 8 complete bars of that in the original recording, but I just made 4, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, and 2 more, just to make a video not be super long there on the intro. Now, after that, and this is something that are really cool, it's a pedal, which means that the note on the left keeps almost being one note. I like to do it this way, and I get our students to do it this way. So you could potentially, I mean, the bass player is doing the notes, but I think there it's probably easier for you to not play that and just concentrate on this version on the chords. And let me mention that we changed the songs up a little bit so they make a little bit more sense to our keyboard players. So the two first chords that you're doing there, it's an F sharp over C sharp, so F sharp major with a C sharp on the bass, and then followed by an E major on top of the, say, C sharp. It's almost like a C sharp minor 7, but it keeps on changing, and the inversions I think sound very cool. One very cool thing that inversions means taking the 3 notes of the chord and flipping them. So it's almost, if you keep on flipping them, we get back to the same chord. And he is using that to almost create a little bit more energy and to make it not sound very stale, because we're starting with this inversion, then he changes to this one, and right before it gets to, I guess, the chorus of the song, it goes to this one. Now, one big tip that I have for everyone that is trying to play this is there's a couple of moments that I'm playing 4 keys or 3. When you play 3 keys, I would try to encourage you to do 1, 3, and 5. If you can make that, for example, in this chord, probably 1, 2, and 5. When you're playing this chord, 1, 3, and 5. Now, when you get to 4 notes, I think that's when it gets very important to probably choose 1, 2, 3, and 5. Like this chord, which is an A major 7, and then this one. So one thing that I see with the students, sometimes they try to almost do, let's say, fingers 4 and 5 to play 2 notes, like you're trying to do this. I think that on your pinky and your ring finger is not very comfortable, so I would avoid that. Let me also mention, and by the way, this is part 1 of this video, so if we get a good enough traction on this one, we're probably going to create a part 2. This song, probably because of the amount of music that it has, will probably need to be divided into like 3 parts. But I really like this intro for our students to almost study a little bit chords and patterns and go ahead and play with it. And we can finish with these chords, which I really like. These are jazz voicings, so it's an A7. And then we have an F sharp 7, and the last one, which is a B sus 7. And I think they sound so cool. They sound so cool when they play it short. and of course you go back to the other one. But I think it's such a good example of just like a really good arranger taking something somewhat simple but actually making it sound really cool. And I think this is one of the reasons that I would encourage everyone to like study music. I think now there's a lot of people that want to write their own songs, they want to be singer songwriters, but it's almost like you want the software to just do it all for you, and for you just to kind of like throw things in there and like mix and match, and then you have like an incredible song. And the people that are behind or that were behind this when it was recorded, I think were the top of the best musicians in the world and arrangers at what they were doing. So I think I would encourage you to continue to learn and improve, because that way your stuff is going to sound very, very cool. So hopefully by checking the beginning and a couple of those tips, you're going to be able to play this really cool intro for the song Thriller. And at the same time, if you would like a little bit more information about what we do here at The Hit, check our main website, thehitmusicstudio.com. We want to thank you for watching. Consider giving us a like if you found the video useful, and we'll catch you on the next one. Take care.